Forbid this, Lord, I know not what is land. Just give me liberty, or give me death.
Yes, Miguel Diaz de la Portilla. Yes, apologize for being poor on the pronunciation, but that gentleman spent $1 million on his campaign for a measly little $30,000 Florida senator position for salary. $1 million bucks. Lost by 6,000 votes. So the message to the political class here, you folks who have won, is we're paying attention, okay? This gentleman, as you know, was the darling of the GOP. The guy's a GOPer. He prevented open carry legislation from moving out of his Judiciary Committee, and he is gone. So for all you political folks who are paying attention here, get on board with open carry state of Florida. And I'm not even a concealed carry permit holder, but the message is simple. We're going to go talk to the folks who are expert in this area, the people who've been trying to deal with Florida law. We're very patient, obviously, because you guys are putting such an abridgment upon our rights by regulating the hell out of gun access and gun usage that you're very lucky we're patient. So we're going to come out here, let you all know that there are activists in the community, people who are journalists, like journalist intentions like myself, to try to get the word out. And we're going to show up, we're going to chat it up. For the record, these are the bills we're going to be paying attention to going through the Assembly. Top of the list is Senate Bill 140, open carry. That's Senator Steube, I believe it's pronounced, Steube. We'll be tracking that very closely, and we appreciate you, sir, for having replaced Miguel Diaz de la Portilla. Thank you, sir, for replacing him. Hats off to you for pulling that off. I truly believe you got some good intentions to move this forward. This is what the people want. And associated House Bill 6001 and 6005. Hey guys, Kevin O'Neill from Turn to Liberty Media out here in Tampa at the Ballast Point Pier, chatting it up with some concealed weapons permit holders. As you may know, Open Carry Florida is doing events around the state on the second Saturdays of the month, various public places like in Tampa, at Ballast Point Pier. Basically every major metro is having a open carry event. So basically how it works is, presently, open carry is allowed if you're in the act of fishing, hunting, or camping. So coming to and from the point of fishing, hunting, or camping is legit and legal, and I'm not a member of Open Carry Florida, but obviously the mission here is to desensitize the public and bring some attention to the issue, which is basically a problem with the law. Let's get into this for a little bit. So let me say hi to you again. I just want to do full disclosure here. I'm not a concealed weapons permit holder. I'm also a chairman of the county affiliate for the Libertarian Party of Florida here in Hillsborough. So we're interested in living free, and hopefully you guys are too. So in the end, we got some great opportunities happening. It is presently December 2016. The Florida Assembly up there in Tallahassee meets in March for about a 60-day session. The good news is we've got some turnover in the leadership of the Florida Assembly. One of the people I want to point out is Joe Negron is our Senate President, Joe Negron, and his sidekick is Senator Wilson Simmons. He's technically the majority leader of the Florida Assembly. These two gentlemen are newly in charge. Obviously, Joe Negron, being the president of the Senate, gets to establish who are the chairmen of the various committees. So he has gone ahead and done that. And in the case of the Judiciary Committee, he has replaced the outgoing Portilla with the existing Senator Steube, I believe it's pronounced, S-T-E-U-B-E, Greg Steube, and he has sponsored legislation for concealed carry folks that's pertinent to you, and the bill is an act relating to open carrying a handgun. It's an amendment of Florida Statute 790.06. So here's the good news. It's in play. Florida open carry legislation's in play. We have a chance to change what's going on. That particular Senate bill is Senate Bill 140. Senate Bill 140 is the bill. And you should be calling your state senators, let them know you support open carry, Senate Bill 140. House Point Pier, Kevin O'Neill from Turns for Liberty. We got Mr. Barry Newman here, Florida native. He's got some experience with open carry. He's a concealed weapons permit holder here in Florida. He's been to the police state, apparently up to Maryland. I was going to say hello, Kevin O'Neill.
Barry Newman, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out, spending a moment with us. We're covering an update for Florida Assembly's open carry legislation that's going through. So we just met out here. You just happen to be a concealed weapons permit holder anyways. Wasn't even aware that the open carry Florida folks were trying to do an event out here today. We're going to go talk to some of them in a little bit. But tell me, sir, you're obviously an outdoorsman. Tell me about your rights, your right to carry, and how you feel about the state of Florida as far as protecting them for you, or if you feel like additional protections might be needed.
So as someone who lived in Maryland, so briefly, I was very happy to come back to Florida where I could safely conceal a weapon and not to worry about breaking any laws and still feel safe. I've had a concealed carry permit since I was 21. It's come in handy once. I feel like it saved my life. And beyond that, it's good to have that sense of security. Even in Maryland, to have a concealed weapon in my house, I wasn't able to use it in self-defense. I'd have to retreat to the furthest corner of my house before I was able to protect my life, my family's lives.
Wow. So, it's funny you say that. There's a stand your ground law here in Florida.
Yes, there is.
There was there's a state senator, Rob Bradley, who's put a bill out right now for March 2017 Assembly when they meet. It's an update to the stand your ground law. I guess there was a Supreme Court ruling in Bretherick versus State that really he felt went the other direction for what the intent of the law was. So he's trying to basically bolster stand your ground law for homeowners. So Maryland made you have to run away to the furthest corner of your house before you can defend yourself.
According to laws, even if the person breaking my house was armed and threatening me, I wasn't allowed to retaliate with deadly force. We joked around that, if you're mugged in Maryland with a knife, you're legally obligated to give the knife to the robber. Again, that's not true, but it's indicative of the overall climate there towards weapons.
Yeah, perfect example. I mean, this is a law-abiding citizen. You guys are law-abiding citizens. To have the law used against us, to have to joke around about this, but the truth of the matter is the way the law is written, you either go to jail for defending your family or you drag the dead guy into the furthest corner of your house or whatever. We laugh about this, but the truth of the matter is this is tyranny, folks. This is tyranny. The state law needs to be fixed. I appreciate there's some good people who are working on that, and we're going to remember who does work on that. So you had an incident. You did have to, I guess, draw your weapon, or at least let somebody know you were ready to draw your weapon. Is there anything you want to share on that, or is that with sufficient vagueness?
With sufficient vagueness. I was in college, living in Tallahassee, Florida. I was an FSC student, and I didn't live in a great part of town, saving money. And walking my girlfriend at the time after her car, we had three gentlemen approach us and acting in a threatening manner, asked me to come over there, and they had a favor to ask me. Three men I hadn't met before. So put the girlfriend in the car, told her to leave, and they started circling towards me. Luckily, I was in Florida, where I could legally still carry outside, so I was able to lift my shirt up. I'm not going to say it was brandishing, but I made the people aware that I had a weapon. I was there to defend myself, and they backed off and didn't bother me after that.
Good, and that seems reasonable, and it's not like you were causing the trouble. You were just trying to diffuse and protect yourself.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So, and I guess I'll let you know the rest of the story is we got a bunch of bills going through the Assembly. We got the big one is Senate Bill 140, open carry. Senator Steube, I believe his name is pronounced, is the one filing that. There's counter bills in the House for concealed weapons, firearms, and license to carry. Those are House Bill 6001, House Bill 6005, and this is cleanup work by Senator Rob Bradley on the Stand Your Ground Law, House Bill 128. All these are on the schedule now in the Florida Assembly. The good news is that the people from down in Miami have replaced the guy who held all this up for us last year. That gentleman's name was, let me make sure I pronounce it right, Miguel Diaz de la Portilla. That gentleman was on the Judiciary Committee. He was a GOP darling, ironically, and he held up open carry from leaving the Judiciary Committee to the General Assembly. He raised $1 million to run for his $30,000 a year salaried state Senate job, and he lost. He lost. At $1 million, he lost the job by 6,000 votes. In this case, who cares if a Democrat won or a GOPer won, because the GOPer was causing such a delay. Here we are a year later talking about the same stuff. So message to all politicians, we're paying attention. This is grassroots right here in Tampa. And this is a gentleman who's just happy to stand up and speak, I think.
I appreciate the opportunity to voice my opinion. Absolutely.
And Barry, I appreciate your time. So keep up the fishing.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. I'm glad you moved back to Florida.
Me too.
And those people up in Maryland, come on down. There's lots of real estate for you folks. If you want to live in a free state, Florida's a lot better than Maryland.
Please do. Thank
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. So here's the good news. It's in play. Florida open carry legislation's in play. We have a chance to change what's going on. That particular Senate bill is Senate Bill 140. Senate Bill 140 is the bill. And you should be calling your state senators, let them know you support open carry Senate Bill 140. So congratulations to the new state Senate President, Joe Negron, for his Senate Majority Leader, who I think pretty much plays the role as the whipping the votes, Wilton Simmons. He is either a District 10 covering Hernando, Citrus, and Pasco counties. Senate President, I believe, is down in, let's see if I can get this straight, somewhere down in southeast Florida. I apologize for not having that right at my fingertips. So good for him. Now, it takes two to tango. We have to have the Florida House Assembly also perform their role, and we actually have a new leader of the House. His name is Representative Richard Cochran. A lot of good reports on Richard Cochran as far as preventing existing elected officials from becoming lobbyists and various ethics efforts he's been putting forward. I'll flash a little picture of the gentleman right there for you. We really look hopefully to our representatives representing us well, and this gentleman's out of Pasco County, and he has a huge role to play in making these pieces of legislation move forward. So his particular bills that he has some control over are House Bill 6001 and House Bill 6005. 6001 pertains to concealed weapons or firearms, and 6005 pertains to the licensing of concealed weapons and firearms. There are some additional House reps who are running those bills through their committees. That is Jake Raburn and Jason Fischer are heading up House Bill 6001, and Scott Plakon is heading up House Bill 6005. He's from Seminole County. Jake Rayburn's actually right here in Hillsborough County, out in Plant City. Jason Fischer's out of Duval County. Yes, Duval County. So that's the good news, is that we have some straight-up open carry legislation going through. It looks like it's been planned out ahead of time. There's a coordinated effort. In this case, these are all GOPers. Keep in mind, I don't really care what party these people are from. The last guy that caused all our trouble was a GOPer, and who knows what his logic was, but Miguel de la Portilla is no longer an assembly member. Yes, remember that. He's no longer an assembly member. One more detail to share with you guys is that one of our statesmen, Senator Bob Bradley is doing some cleanup work. As you may be familiar with the Stand Your Ground law, this is pertaining to if somebody's basically attacking you, you don't have to run away. You can stand your ground. If they're coming through your front door, you don't have to, like we heard from the gentleman at the end of the pier, you don't have to run to the furthest room of your house and then defend yourself. You can defend yourself at your front door if you need to. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so definitely read the legislation. But Senator Bradley is actively fixing the Stand Your Ground law because there has been a judgment from the Supreme Court that he felt went a different direction than the spirit of the law when he was involved with passing it. So there's going to be some cleanup work on the Stand Your Ground law. In the end, here's the rundown. This is what you need to be calling your assembly people and letting them know you're paying attention. It's Senate Bill 140 for open carry, Senate Bill 128 for Stand Your Ground law, and also in the House we have House Bill 6001, Concealed Weapons and Firearms legislation, and House Bill 6005, License to Conceal Carry Weapons. I'll flash it for you on the screen real quickly. The rest of the story is stay in touch with us on our YouTube channel. Turn to Liberty is our YouTube channel. All our social media is Turn2Liberty. That's Turn2Liberty. You can join our mailing list and stay in touch with us. As you know, I'm a Libertarian Party chairman for the county. You're welcome to join us as well. Our political website is lphc.org. That's lphc.org. Libertarian Party, Hillsborough County. Join our member list. It doesn't mean you have to be a Libertarian. We have something called a supporter. These are like-minded folks. For whatever reason, they may choose to be no party affiliated, which to me, a true Libertarian would be non-party affiliated. We happen to be those folks who are trying to organize stuff and establishing a bureaucracy of party to help get some things through. So everybody serves a different purpose. In this case, I'm trying to get the word out. Turn to Liberty is trying to do what it can do. And I want to say thank you guys for joining in on this video update. We're going to be keeping track of this, getting this information to the voters, and we're going to be making some phone calls to these people, let them know we're paying attention. So, guys, signing off here, Kevin O'Neill from Turn to Liberty.
Forbid this, Lord, I know not what is land. Just give me liberty, or give me death.